right. I'm going to turn the stream on. Give me 2 seconds. Because I want to go get an energy drink. Because I'm quite tired. BRB. Starting soon. I need to get some actual panels for this. Because I don't have any like a starting soon screen or anything like that. Oh, but we will be starting soon. So give me just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry. Nobody freak out. It's fine. I wanted an energy drink because I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. How's it going? How's everybody doing? How are you, Cryptex? Hopefully y'all are doing well. It's been a good day here. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Spent a lot of money. Planned out a playset that I'm building for my 3-year-old. Very excited about that. I got all the wood delivering tomorrow. But right now, I'm excited because I haven't been in this world in a hot minute. I've done some things here and there, right? But I haven't done a lot in the All the Mods 10 world, so I'm very excited to be back. Hey, how's everybody doing? What's up, it's Little Z. Doing good, just working and AFKing. Nice. Why? There's no way in the 3 seconds I was AFK that you came over here and you put that right there. There's actually no way. That's wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're just gonna break it. We're gonna disrespect the monument that you built. He even took his time. I bet he did. I bet he did. Okay. All right. I'm gonna run around. Oh my goodness, this is new. I'm gonna run around and look at what all we got going. These must all be draconic bees. Very nice, very nice. We got some more ME drives. Very cool. PP to you. Must I? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let Lex give me a tour. Apparently we're in a new dimension. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is the mining dimension. Okay. Is this where... This has got to be the... Okay, what's the source for? This is all of those essences fully automated. Very nice. Holy smokes, that's so many of them. Wow. Okay. All right. Immersive engineering. Very cool. And then I've seen pictures of this. Overly complicated source plus ours. Did we get that going? We did get it going with inventory cables. Very nice. Very cool. Need to have Lex show off to you. Exactly. And you got time to fix it. That's so funny. Look inside this barrel. Okay. Holy smokes. Could we have any more Nether stars? Is that hooked up in any way to our system? Dude, that's absurd. That's a lot. Okay, and then down here, this is the reactor, and this is the turbine. Is this running? No, it's not. Okay. I love how we did the floor out of emerald blocks. Holy smoke. We have almost 500 antimatter pellets. I don't think I've ever seen that many antimatter pellets in the same place before. Is that not crazy? Oh my goodness. Oh my, the amount of radioactive waste barrels down there is nuts. So we must have been turned this off. We turned this off, right? Well, this had to have been putting in the absolute work, and then we turned it off because it wasn't needed anymore. That's crazy, dude. Wow. Okay. And this is the automatic shut-off stuff for it, right? I don't want to mess too much with this, but I'm not going to mess with it at all. I've actually been using some stuff with RF tools today on the video for next weekend. I'm very excited about it. Like, actually very. It's not the most compact, but it works. Very cool. I like it. And so all the steam that's produced from this goes into the turbine and it creates power, theoretically. That's awesome. I mean, all of this looks sick. Great work. That's ridiculous. That's pretty absurd. Okay. What's next? Do I slash home? We have other source of generating power. Okay. Do we have another layer below this still? Yeah, oh, this is still down here. I contributed. This was my part. I did this. I designed this. That counts for something, right? Move stuff. Gotcha. Trying to see if anything else over here has changed. This is all latex and liquid souls. Very cool. Okay. That makes sense. What are those? Cyanide. Interesting. Very cool. I put Soul Surge on the dissolution chambers. Very nice. Think we got enough fertilizer there? How do you have much more speed in the air than basic creative flight? That would be the flight upgrade, the flight card on the quantum chest plate. The cow is just the unofficial pet. Well, I mean, we should make him the official pet. I love it. I think it's great. But yeah, the flight card on the quantum chest plate is what does it. It also means you don't have any flight drift, so I don't keep going. If I stop, right? Yo, what's up, PT? How's it going? Lex is giving me a tour currently. Or I'm poking around and asking about things and he's explaining what we've done. Also, this was hilarious. All right, we going in there? I'm in. And the chickens that don't know what happened. Yeah, they're just walking around everywhere. I'm sure what happened is the same thing that I do in my Aldermots 10 to the Sky World, where I've just like pick up eggs all the time because of my magnet and I just throw them. Okay, extreme reactor. Oh my. So this is our power generation. Liquid steam. So this is what you keep telling me that I should set up in my Aldermots 10 to the Sky World, right? So, I want to make sure I understand what's going on here. Uranium blocks. Nothing to that. What's in here? Where is it? There's a manager, controller. Yeah. Core. How do I see what the fuel is? Unless you need to use a ton of power, one reactor and one turbine should be enough. Well, then why'd you make all these?
Crossfire says,
it's just
I
uranium?
haven't been on the server for a while trying to focus on the mod pack, which is giving me a hard time on the custom recipes.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, so then these are turbines, which are giving off how much power? About 62 million RF per? And there's like 50 of them? Jeez. Okay, I see you. That's wild, though. That's... How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. Hold up one sec. I gotta do some math real quick. $1.1 billion RF a tick? 19. Yeah, there's 19. Not including whatever this is putting out. Because I'm sure that's outputting at least some power, right? That's wild. That is actually pretty crazy. Okay. All right. Second floor plus 2 equals 40. Okay. Wow. All right. What's the next room? Where are we headed next? We went to extreme reactors. Super fast mechanism. I'm in. Ooh. Whoa. Okay. So this is SFM. These are all connected to them. What? And they're all soul surge too? So infusing. Crushing, infusing. Infusing. Goodness. So that's oak netherite. So this side is red. Okay, so some are getting redstone, some are getting diamond, which would mean one of these is probably getting the enriched whatever the other one. Yeah, the refined obsidian. Wow. My other server's owner would have a nightmare. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is kind of why I like the chaotic servers where there are technically no rules. That's nuts. Just Steam, you know, again where I got lazy. My other servers owner had a nightmare. All by code. 100% you, Coke, and ADHD. You mean Coca-Cola? I assumed you meant that. I would not have assumed the other. The turbines are so incredibly overkill for sure. Like that takes overkill to a whole new level. So this is, oh my goodness, we're requesting 128,000 redstone dust, diamond dust, refined obsidian, and sulfur. And we're keeping all of this full, I can only assume. So when a pattern gets sent, all of those items get put into the barrel. And I can only assume, I'm not going to touch anything, but it shoves all the stuff from the barrel, 576 apiece, into each of the crushers, and then pulls from the crushers back into the barrel to put it back into the pattern provider. Jeez. That's actually crazy. That's nuts. This is the little hoarding setup I set up before. That's wild. Yo, what's up? How's it going? I went off and started my own thing on your server, but then Power World called. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. I like Power World. It's a fun game. All right. What's next, Lex? Sath Troller room? Okay, Mystical Ag. Here we go. All right. We have a ton of occult rituals. That's for sure. Then more of that. Ooh. Okay. Automated souls. We've got 2 of the liquid runic things. Very nice, very nice. I mean, the system and After Headache managed to make this work. That's wild. Hey, John, I had a question. Is there a way to connect my refined storage to my Ars lectern like an AE2 storage bus? It was stuck because somebody combined them wrong. Got you. I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest and transparent here. I don't like or use refined storage at all. And it's probably bad. I like the utility that AE2 provides me, and so I tend to just use that for everything. And that's probably not what you wanted to hear, and I'm sorry. But I just don't know. So sorry. It is buggy. And it also has a tendency to corrupt worlds, which is why I've just never touched it. I just have never wanted to. Okay, where did Lex go? See, that's what I was thinking. Hi, Max is right. Usually you stop using it about the time that you get to the point where you can use any of the others. RS has a similar block to AE2 storage bus, but as a commenter said, please use AE2. It's just better than RS in almost every way. It is up here. I'm up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I haven't actually checked out input-output hatches at all for this. So they're MI, Runic Energy Input Hatch, Runic Item Input, Shape Valid and Active. Oh, Runic Attuned Crystals. What are those for? And, oh, so we made the Untainted Vibranium ones already. Nice. And this is the Runic Enchanter, kind of? Did they change the way it looks? Or is it just partially built? Crystals are for speed. Got you. How do you get all the Modium smithing templates? You get them two ways. You can either duplicate them, or all the Modium ones are found. Oh, I'm not blanking. Is it these are the no, the Vibranium ones are found in the Nether in the Bastion. Where are the Aldermodium ones found again? I don't remember that. You can exit your storage sector and elect it as leggy, and everyone will hate you, so don't do that. Crystals are for speed. The suspicious clay. Yes, in the ancient city, there's a path that goes straight down to the gigantic portal that's in the ancient city, and along that path, there'll be some clay that you have to take a brush and brush. I will say, if you're asking that, there's an entire video that I made on how to do it. I would highly recommend going to watch that video, literally called How to Get Aldermodium, Vibranium, and Unobtainium and the Smithing Templates. Because it's a lot easier to show than to tell, if that makes sense. But yes, you do have to use the brush. Yo, what's up, Torsten? How's it going? The world corruption thing is misleading since it's a specific, but it's hard to replicate. And if you just play normal, then you should not encounter. My understanding was it was people overfilling drives that are supposed to have no limit and or storage type with a whole bunch of NBT data. That was my understanding. Is that accurate, PT? And that's part of why the AE2 system was considered better, because their drives have type limits and you can only do so much with them because they're more limited, I guess. Thanks. I'll go find your video. Okay, thank you. Hey, and hey, like, I feel like I'm advertising for myself there. You can watch anybody's video on it, but I would highly recommend watching a video on it because it's just so much easier to see where they are along that path so that you can spot them for yourself and brush them rather than do anything else. 100% automated crate precision mechanism. Oh, nice. Very cool. John, me and a good friend are doing T. Although Muscat, your videos are very useful. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Serprint. Hey, thank you so much. I try my best. I've got a really good one. I'm actually really excited about the one that I'm going to put out on Saturday. I've been recording. I probably got an hour and a half worth of recording for today done. A self-plug is a must for streams. Yeah, I'm not a salesman. That's my problem. I'm not a salesman. I never have been, and I probably never will be. It's so much easier for me to say, hey, go check out one of Bucket Street's videos, or hey, go check out one of Big Jim's videos, than it is for me to say, hey, I made a video on that, right? I don't know why it makes me so uncomfortable, but it does. The A2 video is super helpful, but the autocrafting stuff is still kind of confusing to me. What questions you got on autocrafting? I do not mind helping with that at all. This is super cool. I do remember actually seeing this the last time I was on, and it's sick, but the precision mechanisms are awesome too. That means those were like the two things we needed to get done. Okay, shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. Last time I was on. So we should be pretty close to, like, basically actually having the star, right? Oh, we do. We do. Do we have 18 of everything? I have no clue, but we definitely have everything we need to make the star. From what I remember, the RS disk remain reason for corruption. They handle their data is not optimal.
We can request 18 ATM star now.
Ooh, 1 second. I gotta click there, and then we're gonna do a quick little ban on the Twitch side. For now, the most important thing we can request, 18 ATM stars now. Very cool. Oh, I didn't realize I still had stuff left on the ground. I'm down. I mean, what are we waiting for? Do we have the bees? Do we have Patrick bees ready? Oh, and we can request. That means we got patterns and stuff set up? Yo, really? You mean it? Don't you love those wonderful bots? Yeah, for real. Yeah, Twitch is just so full of them. What I remember, RStick is the way they handle data is not optimal, unlike A2 things cells. Okay, that makes sense. Well, then I will stop spreading misinformation. I appreciate the information there. Personally, when I use digital storage, I either use RS or an intermediary when I first set it up and then go straight to A2, assuming I have enough recipes for it. I totally agree. That's exactly what I do. You can ask anybody here. Usually day one of my playthroughs, I'm setting up a beginner AE2 system. That is 9 times out of 10, exactly what I do. But I do not recall RS corrupting entire worlds. From what I remember, they corrupt regions, which is different. I might be wrong, but that's what I remember. Right, I understand that. Usually, like you're saying, it's the region files that do get corrupted, but most of the time it's the region files that contain players' bases, because that is where, you know, all of their data and their storage system is. Which is why I've seen several Reddit posts of people being incredibly frustrated about it, because, you know, they spend all this time and get all this stuff, and then they can't even finish the pack because that region file is gone and totally corrupt, and they can't do anything with it. And there's nothing else, there's not anything there, right? Request 9, I'll request 9. Okay, all right. Let me find the star. Hopefully that makes sense, PT. That's all I was saying. 9, next. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to do its thing. And then start. I have requested 9. I wish there was some sort of cool automation that this thing did. I hope it worked. Oh, it's got to craft all the stuff first. Last time I used RS religiously when I played Vault Hunters pack, because due to a bug, the mod unlocks you can use A2 autocrafting for anything non-vanilla. Oh, that's weird. That makes sense though. Is Vault Hunters fun? I've never played it before, but I have heard really good things about it, mostly from Hellfire Mage, who he and I have been pretty good buds for a while now. But he made a lot of videos on Vault Hunters, but I've never played it and I have no clue if it's fun or not. Personally, so I got that one. RS stores its entire network data on a single file, causing loading lag time when you interact with the terminal and chunk corruption. Nice, that makes sense. It's actually really fun if you like RPGs. It is fun, however, ultra mega grindy. Vault Hunter's mod pack is actually pretty fun. It's fun in groups. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that means, so I remember at least at some point I had this running. I assume it got turned off. It did. That's okay. That would make this one thing go a lot faster. RS is the only option in Craft to Exile, and you have to power it with Botania. That seems a little gross. I'm not gonna lie to you. That seems a little. Ugh. I don't dislike Botania, to be clear. I don't mind Botania, but that seems like very, very specific. I don't like being locked in. I do like the concept of kitchen sink where you can do whatever you want.
Says, wise wisdom, when a corruption happens it's 98% on a region and not the entire world. If you use tools like MCA selector then you can easily find
the corruption and fix it on your own. I've done that before. Fixing ticking entities and stuff like that. But like you said, it is usually the region file. You're right. While we wait, TPA to me for the loud wall. I think I can actually just. Okay, I'm here. Oh my goodness. That is loud. I missed like 3 comments there. Give me a second. Oh yeah, to continue with that bug in the pack, use autocrafting works via a fake player. What is the crafting path for all the mods ingots like vibranium and unobtainium and skyblock? In my playthrough, there are no recipes. I did both of those on the live stream yesterday. So if you go back and watch that, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even have a measurement for how many zeros that is. I assume G is after T. Million, billion, trillion, whatever, gazillion. And then P is after that, right? But on the To the Sky stuff, that is a ton of power, to be very clear. That is so much power. There are recipes. You're going to need the Ender Crafter and Extended Crafting for Vibranium, and then Unobtainium you still get from the end using a Vibranium pickaxe. Make the bees for them, though. Make the bees for both Vibranium and Unobtainium. That way you don't have to worry about it anymore. PEP. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Like, I'm not really sure how autocrafting works. If I put a pattern into autocrafting iron blocks and I insert 9 iron ingots into my storage system, does it just automatically take it out and make it? No, you do have to. Whoa! 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 Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Whoa! Whoa! To answer the question, no, you do have to tell. You do have to tell it to make it. So, for instance, if I open mine up and there's something I want to autocraft in here, right? Iron. I want to make. Dude, I am freaking out right now. If I want to make an iron block, I middle mouse click and I tell it to make 1. It will take the iron ingots to make me 1 iron block. Okay, yo, Pastor Mike, holy smokes. Thank you so much, man. What the heck? Gotta say thank you for all your helpful videos, Sean. Dude, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate, I try my best, man. I really do. And so the fact that you guys are so thankful all the time is what keeps me making videos. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Pastor Mike, thank you. Seriously. Thank you so much, man. Is there a way to bring back a dead pet? My donkey died. I don't think so. I don't think there is. That is very sad. Yo, but Pastor Mike, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Oh, man. And smaller packs, as long as you don't spam NBT data, it will handle it fine due to store its entire network on a single file. It gets really laggy when it's expanded and can be corrupted. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it's just in bigger packs where you're making a bunch of stuff.
Says, if they're on a compacting drawer, it could get buggy with the numbers BCS. It would recognize 2 times the items, aka 1 ingot 9 nuggets.
Absolutely. No, and you're right. So the compacting drawers can make that a little bit different. I think in the first auto crafting video that I made where I show an auto crafting setup, I showed an example of if you have 4 planks and you're trying to make, or you have, a log in your system and you're trying to make planks from that, how to set up the pattern to say, hey, 4 planks made, or 4 logs are made from a plank. And then you put that pattern into the pattern provider and it'll logically figure that out, right? But usually once you get your first couple patterns in there and you start understanding how they're working, the rest of it is super, super simple. Yeah, PT's got some competition today. Jeez. Dude, it's a Monday. What are we doing on a Monday? Master Mike, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Million MGTEP. That's so much power. That's so much. And see the wall. The wall of soul surge, triple soul surged, simulated hydroponic beds with sulfur essence. Are they all sulfur or are they different things? Sulfur and uranium. That, first of all, did you have to get a second warden for this? That's so many. Being unemployed, John. Dude, 5 times soul surge. No, so this is all run off of 1 warden. That's wild. That's pretty crazy. When I search iron block, it doesn't show in my storage to autocraft like that. Do I need a quantum computer or a similar matrix to use autocrafting? Okay, 2 steps back. What setup do we have right now? Do we have... I know you won't, but you're going to need... man, I don't even remember if we have any of the first ones. You're going to need pattern providers, which I assume is what you put your pattern in. These are going to take the patterns. And then next to these, you're going to need some assemblers. What are they called? Molecular assemblers. Molecular assemblers. Next to it, and these are what's going to actually craft them. And then you will need the crafting CPUs as well. Again, I would highly recommend going to watch that first AE2 auto crafting video I put together in your AE2 guide. Okay, so you do have that set up. So which ones are you looking at? I assume you put it in the pattern providers, right? If you did, if there is a pattern in your pattern provider and it says device online up there at the top, meaning it's connected to your AE2 system, then you should be able to go in here and search for iron block, and you should be able to middle mouse click and request one. And you said when I search iron block, it doesn't show in my store. So there may be a chance. Over here on the side, there are options for this view. It's usually the 3rd one down. We can show what you have or what you can craft or both. I always have mine set to both, but you can do just stored items, just craftable items, or both. So check that real quick. And then if it's still not there, make sure your pattern's in your pattern provider and it's hooked up to the system. Come to the roof. I'm here at the roof. Is there a higher roof? Oh, there is. Oh, there's the warden. Poor little guy. Jeez, that's going crazy. That is a ton of laser drills. With John's helpful videos, I started TTS today, haven't done a Skyblock pack in years, but they made me feel like I could have fun doing it again. That's what the goal is, Pastor Mike. That's what the goal is. That's why I make the videos. It's because when I first started my first pack, Mod 7, there was such a lack of videos being created, and it was so hard to figure out what I needed to do, and I ended up quitting before I got very far into it at all. And then on Mods 8, Alfred GG was making a ton of videos on it, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. And it was so much fun. And so when he kind of stopped making videos for a little bit there, I was like, I need to make videos too, because I want people to have the same information that I got from him. He's my inspiration to a certain extent. The stasis chamber with add-ons. That's what keeps this guy still in the same place, not moving around or attacking, and also heals. The stasis chamber is what does all of that. How's the warden being healed? Minus so much setup, but the warden's health doesn't keep up. Make sure you have the add-ons in here. That's what's going to make this go really quick and keep him healed really fast. Just a minimum of 2 stasis chambers. Oh, there are 2 actually. Yeah, there's 2 there. You can have several, and they stack on top of each other. And they'll both have the same interaction with whatever entity's on top. What did Cryptex say? That's why John is the main inspiration for what I do. Dude, thanks, man. I think it's weird that I'm anybody's inspiration, but I appreciate it. But yeah, no, seriously, that's why I do what I do. So the fact that you get, and that's why I enjoy it so much when people come in and say that. Like, I love that people, for some reason, find my videos helpful, but that's exactly why I do it. And I love that people come in and tell me that. It keeps me making videos. One of the biggest reasons I live stream is so people can come ask me questions live and get immediate answers to them. Even if I don't know the answers, one of you guys usually does. And on top of that, I get to see like the actual, like, okay, I've helped like 4 or 5 people today that just came in and said thanks, right? Okay, so that's why I only had 1 with tier 4 add-ons. My Warden somehow died. It does do that. Especially if you've got several sets of laser drills on here, you're going to have several stasis chambers. I'm a visual artist and create custom art for streamers and overlays. Not spammer, and I share my work in case you ever want to level up with your visuals. Do me a favor, if you're actually serious about that, I was thinking about getting a couple panels made for my stream. Join the Discord and send some stuff, a couple examples of like a Be Right Back page or a Starting Soon page in the art page on Discord. It's called... Is there an art one there? Or put it in self-promo. Because I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind actually getting somebody to do that. Exclamation Discord is a Discord. But I'm not gonna, certainly not gonna do that right now. But I appreciate you reaching out. Fun fact, Greg Tech New Horizon has so much guide content that you can sustain a YouTube channel just by making Greg Tech New Horizon guides. That's wild. Are there a lot of people making GTNH guides right now? Is that, I mean, I would assume there would be. I don't know. I get the impression that, and this is from not having played it, right? That GTNH is not necessarily super complicated. It's just super grindy and takes a lot of time. Is that accurate? But I don't know. That's just the impression I get. Okay, what do we got over here? These are the bees. I love these. And it's all set up with SFM2. Ah, my favorite. Both. Gotcha. Okay. Well, good to know. Yeah, I know there's several of y'all that are going through it right now. I know I told people I would do it eventually. Not looking forward to that. I think our crafts may have stalled out at least a little bit. Awakened Supremium blocks. Did we not have those? Man, I really thought we had most of that. Like, I thought I had made all the Nexium emitters. It looks like that's the only thing that's being crafted, though. All the micro crafts. Yeah, exactly. Oh, the alloy blocks are going right now. So those are going to be the R's part over here, right? Yeah, that's what's going. Okay. Can I just... We're going to make that go a little bit faster. The Awakened is stuck. Working on it. Got you. Dawn will play Greg Tech New Horizons soon. Yeah, soon. Soon. That's a funny noise. I've never heard it go that fast. Making some goofy noises. Oh no, did it get stuck? Or is it... Oh no, it's gone. It just was delayed a little bit. I think you didn't notice when I asked before. I don't want to spam, but can I ask why the mystical agriculture essences are not being auto-crafted into Insanium automatically? I did miss it when you asked earlier. I had it set up that way. I don't know why it's not currently that way. Somebody came in here and turned these off. And because I did set it up initially to autocraft straight to Insanium. But somebody at some point turned them off, and that's fine. I don't mind. It can autocraft it up to whatever. I'm not going to make a big deal about that. But I agree, in general, I do have everything go straight to Insanium using a quantum crafter. It's easier, it's simpler, it saves time. Oh, it ran out of source? That's what was going on there? Whoops. My bad. Oh, that's right. All of those are actually pretty empty. I didn't even see that. Do you have any tips on finding dragons? I actually haven't messed with ice and fire at all. And that's also probably bad. But what I would do actually, Bucket Street had a great video on that entire mod pack. What I can see clear as day. 50 stream titled Finally Entering EV. Yeah, that's probably right. I assume EV is early, right? If you're into ATM, go to the other. Whoa! Dude! What is up with you guys? It's a Monday, bro. Dylan Morgan, thank you for what you do. Thank you so much, man. What the heck? No problem. Anytime, man. I enjoy what I do. I love this. I'm having a great time out here, man.
Lex Unam
I enjoy the content. I love helping.
Amulet.
The Spectral Eye Amulet. Okay. I assume that's in relation to finding dragons. Maybe you're just getting famous, bro. I don't know. No, I don't. I will say I did have a funny experience that somebody at work actually was playing all the mods 10 and found my content and recognized me, and that was funny. But that's about it. But I'm never gonna let that go to my head. I'm just a random dude making videos about a Minecraft mod pack. that's it. But I'm so glad it's helpful to you guys. Thanks. Seriously, thank you so much. It sounds like the dragons are in the other. Yes. Hey, John Hall, check your Discord. I can show you some. Yes, I will, Claire. I will check Discord. I'm not going to do that on stream, but I will check it after stream. And if I'm actually looking to doing that, then I will send you a message. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, I'm excited about this. Okay, I have a question, Lex. I have a quick question. Okay, do we want to hear me out? Can we cancel both these real quick? And then everything that should be there will be about the same spot, right? And then can I just autocraft all the essence real quick using the thing downstairs? Do you mind? Is that fine? Your videos are super helpful. Lots of quality content. Glad I found your channel. I'm glad you think so. Thank you so much. If you feel a niche no one else has, you're bound to attract attention within that niche community. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that so much. I try my best on my videos, that's for sure. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that put a lot more effort in and just know how to edit better or I don't know, but I am very glad that you guys are finding it helpful. All right, I'm going to cancel both of these up real quick. I'm going to come down here and we're just going to turn all of those on real quick. And if we come in here to mystical, we have 61 million essence at, back it up a little bit. There we go. Oh my goodness. So we should be getting, I mean, we're getting like 2 or 3 a second. That's pretty good, right? We do have like 60 million Inferium. Sure, up to you. Your videos are great, but any neat thing you show gets instantly nerfed by the ATN team. Exactly, dude. That is the most frustrating part. That's one of the reasons why when PT was like, hey, we could make a mod pack and not do that, I was like, yo, that sounds like a great idea. Because like we were talking about yesterday, some of the nerfs are just so arbitrary. Like, and nerfing things that you can just do a different way. Like, I don't know. There are a lot of nerfs that I question, but that's just me, and that's fine. Their mod pack, they can do it their way. I do like showing off broken things though. What can I say? You're still the chillest and most active I've seen thus far. I mean, I try my best. I mean, I've been streaming quite a bit lately, especially. I try my best to be active. Let's see. So if I were to say do mine 9 real fast, it no longer has to do the essences, so that's a lot better. But we're still crafting a ton of unobtainium molybdenum alloy blocks. But that is what it is. There's only so much we can do there. And then it's also doing the awakened unobtainium vibranium alloys. Oh, it's already crafting one of the stars. Jeez, okay, cool. Should have just used the Insanium bees. I agree. That is the easier way to do it. There's no question about that, Jonesy. You're right. You're right. But for all intents and purposes, it's effectively the same. Like, it's basically instantaneous with that crafting. But also, quick question: how do you go about obtaining the obscene amount of Nether stars you need for the 18? I'll show you. Give me a second. And this is all Lex. Lex gets all the credit for this one. Let me jump into here real quick. No, it's not there. That is in the mining dimension, right? Is that right? I feel like it's in the mining dimension. TP to you. So this is what we did. You don't have to do it on quite this scale. You can if you want to. There is SFM code in the Discord for how to hook up all the simulation chambers with the Wither data models, but basically it's just hostile neural network. That's how we did it. And if we come down here to this chest that's got a storage bus on it, it's just kind of going for it a little bit, low key. The alloy blocks can be faster if you use a Wixie token on the enchantment apparatus. Pretty sure it can get the material directly from the pattern providers and auto output the items too. Interesting. I feel like I don't want to change it. Yeah, it's basically just HNN spam. Why that much Nether star? You have to have it for the Aldemodium star or all the mod stars. Each one of the stars takes 15 3x Nether star blocks, which is a stupid amount of actual Nether stars. Like, because each one of those blocks is 9. And so, I mean, here, let me do some quick math for you. So 9 times 729, that looks like 6,561 for one block, times 15 per star, times 18 stars. You need like 1.7 million total. That's why you need that many Nether stars. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Torsion lock and stuff. Quick question: when you need a lot of bees of a certain kind to get a spawn egg or multiple spawn eggs of the same kind, is there a faster way than crushing the bees down method? No, that's what I do, at least. Unless there's a breeding recipe for it, you pretty much have to crush them down and do that. 885k, is that how much we have? I just saw it. It feels so dumb. Why did I never think of making 3x3 elevators? Always made just a one block and stood out of reach for the others. It makes it just ever so slightly easier to get up. You're right. 69k. Hey, nice. Gotta up my game. The baby upgrade, unless the bees cannot breed amongst themselves. Yes, that's true. You also can do like the pokey pokey upgrade to get the gene traits from it, but that is just really slow. There are other options, but in general, breeding the one you can, then upgrading them to whatever you need them to be, and then squishing them is generally the best. If you have way more than 1,000 million in your chest, no. To get the 9x 18 block. This is Ed. We set it up so that we could get him quickly. I assume that was a thought process, and now it's just kind of just there and running, right? The 3x3 elevators, no need for the center yourself on a block, is easier. Yes, it is a ton easier. Then I have no other option to get an absurd amount of ghostly bees and soul bee spawn eggs. Yikes. I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like fun. But yeah, to your point, you don't necessarily need that many for the star. But having that many is nice, because then you just literally don't have to worry about it. Okay. I mean, it's still going. I wonder if... what are we getting source from? Fluid source link? into the unobtainium jars. Okay. This is the plan. We speed up the source creation and the enchantment apparatus. Soul bees cannot be bred. That's unfortunate. Honestly, if I just speed up one of those and the enchantment apparatus, we're kind of chilling. What's well, 2 a.m. here? It was nice watching stream for a bit. Good night. Hey, thanks, Effect Rest Shift. Thank you so much. It was good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Routers are probably slow too. Yeah, you probably wait. But oh, it's source. How many more of these do we need? What are we looking at? 95. Okay, we're getting there. Does anyone know how I can make a private infusing factory? I don't know if you can. Usually if it's set to that, the goal is not to break it. I mean, you could try to cardboard box it. Okay, we're gonna... Give me a second here.
Lex Unam says, if you're not gonna improve my setup, zero critics tour.
What is the R's? I can only assume it's R's, right? That noise. And that noise, maybe? Thank goodness I can hear my thoughts again. This does go a lot faster. So we needed 95. Oh, we're down to 20. Oh, yeah. Easy. Easy money. TNT could probably do it. Jeez, that's a little dramatic. Oh, is that all of them? So, awakened, unobtainium, vibranium, alloy
Raven
blocks.
Says, I am probably going to spam HNN for the next couple of days to get the nether stars.
Yeah.
Wish me luck.
Hey, you got this. I believe in you. The way to go. Definitely the way to do it. Man, what the heck? Oh, that thing is barely plugged in. There we go. So that should be a craft that happens up here, right? Oh, the hatch is in there. It's got all the stuff for a star in there. Active, valid. What are we missing here? Uh-oh. Now it's trying to send extra stuff in. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna let Lex do it because he's handling it. Does it have an output slot? It does. Item outputs over here. And it looks like it's set. Something broke because of the canceled items. That's on me. That's on me. That makes a ton of sense. Unlock the output slot. It won't craft like this. Well, it won't craft the star, but it should make these unobtainium vibranium alloy blocks, which is what it's supposed to be making right now. Oh, it did make one of them. So I assume it's going now. Shift click the lock button in the top right. I'm gonna let Lex do that again. Is unlocked. No lock editing disabled. It's definitely locked, right? That looks like a lock to me. This is also locked. Seems locked. The orange outlines means it's locked. Yeah. This one also, I think, is locked. No, this one's good. It also has orange outlines. Maybe now? Hey, it's crafting. It's crafting. We're going. We're good. We're zooming. We're doing the thing. So quantum computer multi-threader's not crafting. Why? Like at all. He's live again. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss that much. No, you didn't miss that much. We're good. I never messed with that. Okay, hey, cool. Because I'm also not messing with it, so I'm just here watching. I'm observing the beauty that y'all have created. No, you have not missed that much at all. We're finally finishing up the All the Mods 10 world. We're getting all of the stars made so we can make the Starry Bee. Okay. We're troubleshooting the ATM star creation. Yep. Because again, this is kind of throwing me for a loop. Why it's got 8 scheduled quantum computer multi-threaders, but not crafting them, doesn't make any sense to me. Like that seems like a broken pattern maybe. Or like a pattern that's not in the right thing. You know? I think we canceled it. Did we cancel it? I can only assume we canceled. Like, I don't think it finished. Star. No, it did not. Okay. So, quantum computer multi-threaders. These guys. No. Those ones. It looks like it's all there. And it does craft. It just doesn't craft from here. Is it silicon? It seems like some of the basic AE stuff might have gotten messed with at least a little bit. Because some of these are not working right. Lex, if you want me to go in and mess with it, I will. I do not mind doing it. Available too, because the quantum circuits and the printed silicon, neither one of them are working. Do your best. Okay. Let me just make sure it's not being outputted to any of these. Circuit slicers full, not outputting maybe. Auto export is set up correctly for the circuit slicers, but I agree with what you're saying. It does seem like a circuit slicer issues. That one's not set up right. Okay, how about this one? That one is. Okay, auto export here to there. Crystal assemblers are not. Put that back to there. So something was wrong there. Okay. Very interesting. Were those the issue? It should be almost done now. ME interfaces have finished crafting. I was sure I turned those off. Hey, that's fine. As long as all of the auto export is on and set correctly. But the stuck crafts are on slicers. I agree. I'm kind of curious if we go and take a look at like the patterns on the circuit slicers. Unobtainium furnaces. Jeez. There's so many. Crystal assembler. Circuit slicer. There are no patterns. They're all... What? Where? I also had so many problems setting my quantum computer with these recipes. Nice to see I'm not the only one. It should be pretty simple. As long as you get the recipes right. It's down here. It looks like the recipes aren't in the right place. is down here. Down here. 1 second. We're gonna. Oh. Yo, are we auto exporting? Should we be auto exporting? What is going on with this? Oh my goodness. So those are just a lot of crystal assemblers and circuit slicers. That makes sense why there's no patterns now. So is this just not working correctly? Printed silicon, redstone dust. Does it just keep it full of each of those and then outputs whatever the other thing is? Lex did a Lex thing on the assemblers and slicers, I see. Lex definitely did a Lex thing. There's no question about that. That's for sure. It's just stuck because the amount to do is small. Okay. So what are the two things we need? Oh, wait, it worked. Did it work or we canceled it? Either way, if the problem is that the amount is too small, do a whole bunch. The bug happens because sometimes you have the same patterns of different machines, just have machines like to be faster. It bugs sometimes, or just output config, device offline. So the devices do show offline, they're not really. We've messed around with that before. The problem is actually this, like he's saying, there's just not enough to be spread out with everything in here. I think these were made to make the 256 million item storage cells, portable ones. And because why are some of them more bright? Oh, it's because of the feral flare lanterns. Did we fix it? Did we do it? Partial plan, missing ingredients. But it doesn't say I'm missing anything. I want to double check real quick. No, it didn't make stars. Did it make... Oh, we got the next emitters. Okay, so we should be fine now. Yeah? Should be good? Should be able to craft stars? That's at least 17 next emitters. If we wanted one more, we could possibly do that. What are your thoughts? What are our thoughts? You want me to request one more real quick? A lot of outages at work today, so I'm going to double check and make sure nothing is for me. I feel bad for anybody who's using Power BI right now because it is down and has been for like 3-4 days. I'm also very glad I don't manage that or have to deal with it. Any advice to upgrade my sophisticated storage chest to a netherite upgrade without breaking them or getting everything out of them? The only thing that I have found to do is creating a second chest, putting the upgrades you want in it, and then using an item pipe to pipe everything over. That's about all I've done. You need 2 if it's a double chest. There's a diamond to netherite. Hold up. It's sophisticated. Is it really?
Says, hi Pookie.
Yo, what's up? How's it going, Parasite? There are upgrades. No way. I would just put down a new chest and pipe everything over because I didn't even realize that was a thing. That's crazy. I wish I would have known that before, but I guess it's something. At least I know now. 10K of those. Oh, okay, so we're just bulk crafting now so that we can get it done. That's funny. Granted, I don't use it very often. I'm more of a functional storage, A2 disk drives kind of guy, right? But that's good to know for the future. Because like they're there, especially for like mob farms and stuff like that. I'll use a sophisticated storage chest. And usually if I want a new one, I just place it down and pipe everything from the mob farm over. If you like tech, MC, do you consider programming or are you already doing that? I've done a lot of programming and coding in my time. I work professionally in IT. So if I'm playing games, I try to avoid it as much as possible. However, PT has almost got me back into it. I have strongly considered getting some Java going because I've taken classes on it before. Just so that I can start helping with some of the mod pack development. So I mean, for the stack upgrade, I already have 2 of them in it. Right. I am considering, I mean, for the stack upgrades, usually that's what I'll have to do as well, is get a different chest or pipe all the items out of that chest into my ME system and then put it in place. Hopefully that makes sense. You make a new netherite stack upgrade and replace it directly on the chest. I've tried to do that before, Tortson, but I've never been able to just swap them. It always says that there are too many items and you can't pull one out. Hold the netherite upgrade, click on the diamond one that's already in the chest. Then if the new one is a higher tier, that may have been what my problem was. But I have tried that before. I just have never gotten it to work. Hold up, do we get stars? Do we get stars? Are stars going? Oh, it's still doing the... There we go. Oh, we're crafting them, though. We got to get... So this will work its way out. We need to get this going. And then these guys as well. You guys don't have to be crazy fast, but just a little bit faster. Okay. Hopefully that's cooking. It looks like it is. We're slow on source? How can we be slow on source? There's no way. Yeah, swapping is not possible. I think the pipe method sounds great. Yeah, that's you can't pull one out first. You have to swap it once. Okay. I have tried that. Yeah, John's about to time wanted to circuit. Yeah. Not intentionally though. And if I do crash it, I know the server owner, so I could probably fix that pretty quick. Little joke because I am the server owner. But I've tried swapping those stack upgrades out before, and it never lets me. And it may just be me. Do what Tortson said. You have to manually drag the netherite upgrade and swap with the diamond. Maybe I just did it wrong. I'll give myself credit that I do things wrong a lot. Maybe I did it wrong, but I have tried exactly what you're talking about there. And I feel like I didn't get it to work. Oh yeah, that thing's cooking now. Look at it go. We never had a problem swapping. Music, yeah, it is. It's something, man. There we go. Yeah, it's working. Didn't work the first time. Oh, hey, great. So that means I'm dumb and did it wrong. And that doesn't really surprise me that much. So I'm glad that worked and helped. Thank you, Tortson. I appreciate it. And Jonesy for suggesting that. 17, so it's making the last star right now. It finished. There's all 18. Look at us go. We did it. I say we. I didn't do a ton. I did do some things, but I didn't do a ton. Nice. Heck yeah. Okay. Do we make the Starry Bee? Do we have a setup? So is 18 the total or 19 for everything? 18's the total. Lex went ham on this mod pack this time? Yeah, he did. He basically replaced Elysium this time. Which is fair. Lex was the one that really wanted to play this mod pack. So, we did that. Do we have a bee set up where I could throw this in as the feeding block, and then do we have an extra Patrick bee floating around? Time to go fishing? Hey, let's do it. Give me a second. I'll grab a fishing rod.
Lex Unam says, I forgot about the bees. Time to fishing.
Fishing rod. And then a bee cage. And then I'm going to go enchant the fishing rod real quick because I can. And then we'll go from there. Luck of the sea unbreaking, unusing. Interesting, interesting. Luck of the sea lure. That's what we want. That'll work. All right, I got a fishing rod. Do we have like a pond somewhere where we could fish? Or where do you fish for that? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's in cold oceans. Patrick B. Warm ocean. I was entirely backwards. And then I want a nature's compass. We have so many of those. We're going to /spawn. Warm ocean. Okay. I think John just needs to set up a GregTech New Horizons community server. Easy. I could, dude. I could. Warm ocean. It would be a long ways away, but we're going this way. Not nearly as far as Cryptex had to search yesterday while looking for the poor Cataclysm bosses. Because let me tell you, he was looking for him. I wouldn't mind if I do GregTech New Horizons. I'm kind of conflicted a little bit, right? Because I feel like in order to actually say I did it, I need to actually do it, right? And if I don't, then I feel like I'm going to rely on like the Tordsons and Jonesies that already know how to do it. And I'm not going to learn very much. And then I'm going to feel guilty saying I've done it. Does that make sense, right? What's the best way to dig out those big areas for different mods like Lex had? Are you talking about, those are compact machines that Lex had most of that set up in. And our base itself was in the, what's it called? The Beyond, which is basically a void dimension. So you have all the space in the world to build. And you get there by putting a mining dimension pad, a teleport pad down in, what is it? The other? Something like that. Best way to learn first time was somebody TBH. I watched Threefold's entire playthrough before I started. I might have to. What do you guys think I could convince Soy Cake to do it? Because I saw him play it recently, and I feel like his brain is like smart and could work through it really fast. Or maybe I just need to go back and watch all his live streams of him playing it. All right, I think I'm there. Lukewarm ocean, deep lukewarm. Warm ocean. I'm here. I'm fishing. But yeah, most of that stuff was in compact machines that we ended up doing. There were some things that we did in the mining dimension, but that's about it. Threefold series is really good, especially for starting out. Okay, I might check that out at some point. I feel like some people get to the point where they don't know what to play and what to make content on. I am not currently at that point. I've had the Aldermots 10, the Aldermots 10 to the sky. Got invited to be part of the series that K-Saw is doing right now, with the makeshift SMP, where it's mostly create stuff. Like, I had so many, and I want to do some stuff with the John Hall pack. The John Hall community pack. As soon as there's a couple more things I want to get added. I wanted to get like one more update in before we do that, and then I think I'm going to do some sort of like a community event with it to get that stuff going. But builds are super crazy. I'll have to check it out. I'm not getting a single bee. I feel like there's a lot of bees that should spawn here, and I'm not getting any of them. Hey, I got one. I got a Patrick B. All right, Lex. I'm going to use my block to transform the Patrick bee, okay? And do we have bee treats? The treats, the bee treats, bee treats, bee treats. I thought we had some sort of automated system for the bee treats, right? I just wanted like a max up. Up. What's up? Up. Probably those genes in the chest. These guys. Okay. Passive. Are these the ones we want? Weather tolerance, any metaneural, very high and strong. Are these are the ones? Yeah. Bottom left in the chest. Okay. I'll make one of these real quick. Let me grab a honey treat. We'll combine all of these with it. Do that. Then put all of this back over here. I need to keep those on the hotbar. I also really don't want this guy to sting me, and I'm pretty, yeah, he's still mad, but that's fine. And then I need to do the honey treat on him and then pick him back up. Okay. I've got a starry bee with the right treats. A wild chicken. Oh my goodness. Yo, he going. He going. All right, where are we putting your block? Where the bees at? I will follow you. I feel like you're going in circles. Don't. Where are we going? Where is the bee setup at? It's up, right? Are we putting it here? You need your Pokemon. Let me make sure. Is this thing still on even? I have no clue. It doesn't look like it. Next to, okay, so not up here. Next to this. Oh, bees. Hello. Yikes. How did I miss that? Okay. This one? Unless you got like a special one picked out. Sorry, bee. I just picked the one right next to the bloody bees. And then do we put Poke upgrade in there so that we can get more sorry bees or no? Getting starry combs for days. Or what we could do is I could go catch some more Patrick bees. And then we could just transform some more into starry bees if we needed to. See, star. Yeah, we're getting a lot of those star shards in. So we do then need to set up all the rest of the stuff that you need to turn the star shards into the stars. That part's not bad, but it does take a little bit of time. How comes are going into the centrifuges? So the whole back wall here are super factory manager cables.
Parasite says, how combs are going into centrifuges in this setup?
There's a factory manager here that is taking everything, it's giving power to the centrifuges, inputting from the hives into a barrel, and then outputting from the barrel into the centrifuges, and then out from the centrifuges into the storage. Same as an ATM10 to this guy. Yeah. So it's the same super factory. It's just different. It's a gigantic wall instead of cables run out everywhere. Hopefully that makes sense. And so they're all getting put into the barrel, and it looks like the Eternal Stella are staying in here. But yeah, that's how that's working. What is that? Spellbreaker. Oh, is that for the mithril bees? Yeah. I need a code that will export combs that can't go into centrifuges back into my system. What combs can't go into centrifuges? Stellar non-stack, they go in the barrel. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. They also... Lithium? Oh, that's right, because it makes a liquid, doesn't it? Or lithium combs. What? Lithium B. What does this thing output? Lithium combs? Oh, and those go straight into the chemical oxidizers, don't they? Oh. Yeah, you would have to make like some special code just for that one. Just put them into a barrel and import them in with a pipe. Yeah, you're right. It makes sense for those to be excluded from the SFM code, I suppose. Okay, let's see. We got a lot of those star shards coming in. Did we... There it is. Now you can see it. Perfect. So hopefully we're getting a lot of those. And then I think all we're looking at doing is heated centrifuge. That's how you make them. I'm looking for like recipes with them. A creative locomotive. How about crafting? Oh, hold up. Did they change this? They changed. No, they did. They did not change this. You still have to do the infused Patrick one with mending books. And then you have to get all the other prisms set up with the shards. Yeah, still a pain, still a ton of work, but not as bad since we already have all that set up. Literally all it's going to be is a couple patterns and then we're basically done. That would be hard. I tried getting almost 50-50 split centrifuges in my system. Yeah, since SFM can't read NBT data, the only way to separate them is to put them into another inventory and then take them out like the lithium ones, something with pipes or AE. Maybe try inserting directly into the oxidizer. I'm pretty sure mechanism filters its input slots to only allow the items that can have recipes. That makes sense. How long more will you be streaming for? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we basically finished the pack here, right? Like we've got the Starry Bee going. We've got a couple more patterns to set up. But I'm also trying to make this like as a last episode for this to sort of cap it all off, right? Because I've got some really cool stuff that I'm going to finish recording tonight. And then tomorrow I will show off on stream. And then Saturday, it'll go up in a video. That's the plan. I'm excited for that, but I'm not too sure. Not too sure. I did want to keep this as a little bit of a shorter one. Because it's been a long day. And I kind of want to just go sit on my couch and literally not do anything.
Lex Unam says, just don't overcomplicate storage bus or just import them separately and filter the bot right on the chest/barrel, so those are the last to trying.
Exactly. Stream gets an early viewing. Yes, you definitely will. Basically a whole new take on a mob farm that's kind of ridiculous. And like you get all the apothic materials, you get all the enchants off of it, you get obviously all the mob drops, but you're also getting mobs from every single dimension, and you can get mobs that are passive as well. That's the plan. That's what we're working with. Bro, what can I do to reduce fire damage? There's a couple things you can do if you're looking to specifically reduce fire damage. One of the easiest is gems. Apotheosis is really what you're going to be looking at to reduce any type of damage just in general. But also if you're looking at like specific, there's one of these gems in here that I believe reduces fire damage. If not, just reduces damage in general. One of those two things. All the other are innate fire damage resistance. Oh, there you go. That's even better. Am I the only one spending hours designing my base after finishing autocrafting? No. I've spent a very long time designing and finishing my base in all the mods 10 to the sky. While. My new controller finally arrives today, so I can go back to Hollow Knight. Can't wait to finish starting Silk. Heck yeah, that's awesome. Happy for you, Tortzen. That's excellent. Hey, John, what happened to your Evolution playthrough? That's what I have been running on my home server. They love it. At least they love your A-team guides. The kids and their attention spans. I never finished it. And I think that's because I got a little burnt out. That's one of the reasons why I started doing community playthroughs right as soon as like I got to like episode 4 or 5 of that one. Is because I just got like really, really tired of playing the same thing over and over again by myself. And so I kind of stopped. It's still there. It still exists. I can still go back to it if I want to. But I needed some sort of a switch up. So we played B2B Skies. We played the Ocean Block. We played through a couple of just community ones where I could just do something else that was just different. And so I might go back to Evolution eventually. But I haven't done too much there. If it's pure fire damage, fire resistance would work now. Yeah, absolutely it would. And you can put fire resistance potions onto a potion filter and then also put that on too. So that would help as well.
Says, now, I don't know if someone breaks it or it breaks itself alone, but every time I log on the server, the base maw farm is broken.
Is it really? That's odd. I have no clue. Isn't like Meta Fabric? I have no clue. I'll see you later, Rethans. Thank you for hopping in, man. Let me see what else. Completely understand. Okay, I'm glad you understand that. And it was just because I had just finished like, I think it was my 3rd or 4th full playthrough of all the mods 10. And then I went straight into that and it was like, oh my goodness, this is just all the mods 10 all over again. And I needed a break. So we did other things, you know? And so now we're here. TTSN is the first time I play modded, so I'm very, very new. That makes sense. Okay. Lex, do you want help on setting up the patterns for the new devices? Because I've got, let's say, another 20 minutes that I don't mind helping. But basically all we're looking at is setting up a couple patterns, mostly for this guy. How about cold damage? There are also gems for that. I don't remember, and I can't remember exactly what they are, but there are specific gems for most of those things. If you're looking to reduce like a specific type of damage, what I would highly recommend doing is just get yourself a nice set of armor and then go to town with the apotheosis affixes, because that's really what's going to get you strong. And then also, if you are still kind of weak and you want more hearts, just use the bobbly heart stuff. That'll help a lot there too. There's an immunity to freeze ring too. Yeah, absolutely. Go for that. So I built my trees and stuff and then using the building gadget to get them right. Oh, nice. For cold damage. Okay, I think I got all that. All right. Lex, you got patterns? Import bus. This guy. Oh, so these are where the patterns are going to go. So yeah, literally all we need is we go here. Runic star altar. We need all of the star fragments. And then the infused Patrick star is actually one that happens on the star altar. Tell me what patterns you're making and I'll make the others. I need a ton of bat wings. Oh, that was so annoying. No, the bat wings were actually the most annoying thing in the world. I think I ended up setting a spawner up specifically just for bats, and in a mob farm, and I have never done that before, and it was incredibly annoying. All right, did we get patterns in here? So I'm gonna, one sec. No, not yet. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna do this. Get rid of that. Fragment. Oh, I forgot those are hey, they're at the top though. You move that over. Pattern. You pattern. That guy. Pattern. It looks like I'm going to make patterns for all of the prisms as well. Those are not too bad. But I think... I'm pretty sure, yeah, all of those go in here, right? Runic, star... No, those all go into the star altar. I did that backwards. Let me /home. I still can't believe Drigmees can farm the snow cream on a stasis chamber. Yeah, it's handy, right? So I'm looking for the star altar. That's up here. Over here. Man, I got that nausea hard. What hit me? Jeez. Okay, so star altar. Patterns must be underneath. Pattern provider? What are we doing? There it is. Okay, so throw all those in there. And then from there, I think I can slash back. And then the whoopee cushion. I hate, yeah, that's so annoying. In here, I need to set up the ones for all the prisms. So prisms. I'm looking for pattern. 4. Isn't there more than that? Air stomp prism. Should be this one, I think. Only I'm not putting any of those in. Okay. Then I will need that. Go into the normal one. And then this one to go into the other one. In here. 1, 2. This goes in here. So that should be all for that one. Terror Stomp should be good. Jump over to here. Pattern coding for this one. We're looking at... Oh, we got to get the turtle stuff for this one too. I forgot about that. That's going to be really annoying. In here, we'll throw that one in. This gets a pattern, but I got to get back to it. Whirlwind. That's the Batwing one. Oh, I got to do that one all over again because I deleted the wrong things. Get rid of those 3. We also need phantoms, apparently. It's been too long since I've done these. Way too long. Smelter prisms. This one right here. That one's actually really easy. And then I'll toss the stuff in for it. You can't tell me there wasn't a 5th prism. How are you just a big void dimension? That just exists. It's called the Beyond. And that's just part of the All the Mods packs with the teleportation pad. It's not in All the Mods 10. It's not into the sky, but it's in All the Mods 10. Hey, John, I was wondering what you think is the recommended amount of gigs to run on an ATM Terran server, especially just for 2 people. 2 people, you should be able to use like 8 or 6 or something like that. Pretty low. So do people just use that for their machine? No, usually you use it just for your build, because then you don't have to worry about terraforming or getting rid of stuff or anything like that, right? It's just there. That's the one. All right, so now I'm back in here to that. Soul binding. Add it in there. If we could set up all 3 of those souls on Drigmees, that's what I did last time, and it worked incredibly well. So I should be able to just throw that one in there. Okay, so now all of those are theoretically there. I think a little bit of mob farming and a couple spawners and we should be good. But we're close. Thanks, Rise, for the advice. I don't need 10 hours of playing with custom. Yeah. Your soul binding pattern had XP fluid scroll on the materials list. Did it really?
Torrid Sun says, your soul binding pattern had XP fluid in it. Scroll on the materials list.
It did. It did. You know, you got me. You're right. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Okay. There we go. Better. How do you see that? Dude, I don't... Torridson just sees things. He sees things sometimes. Like, some of those have predictions. Oh, so we can set them up on hostile neural networks. That's even better. Quick questions. I'm new to modded Minecraft. Hostile mobs not spawning at all. How do I fix? Are you in peaceful? Is it light outside? There's a couple reasons for that. But in general, it's probably because you're on peaceful. I saw it had 4 fluids, but you only removed 3. Dude. You're locked in right now. Like, you're locked in. Like, I don't know if you ever played CS, but you're like sitting there holding the corner, right? You're holding the angle all the time on stream. You're just ready for it, right? That's crazy. Hopefully it helps a little bit, Anderson. I mean, really the only reason is if you're on peaceful. They should spawn either way. Is there like an easier way to get to the end so you can get to the beyond quicker? Not really. Once you go to the deep dark and you get yourself a structure compass by getting the echo shards, then you can get a structure compass to go to finding the stronghold, and then you're good. I miss CS. I used to play competitive CS. Oh, geez. I'm not very good at it, to be clear. I can hold my own in a Valorant match, but I am not good at CS, which is a hilarious thing to say. But the utility in Valorant makes me a little bit better. There's a Wayfinder ritual for strongholds too. Yeah, you can do that too. That works.
Lex Unam says, throw Ender Eye like vanilla.
You could also do that. That's also an option. Okay. These patterns should be good now. There's a couple other things we need to get, and then we have the stuff. So, like, if we need to change the star recipe, obviously. That one will have to change to the one that uses the star fragments. And then I think we have to get the enchantment thing set up to automate a couple more of the books. And then I think we're good to go. Let me head home real quick. But, dude, what progress, honestly. Yeah, so like this one, we'll have to change to the other one. Do you mind if I change that real quick? Check the input hatch on the automatic forge real quick. I think it's locked and won't craft prisms. I think you're right, but I just wasn't going to mess with it.
Check the input hatch on the automatic forge real quick. I think it is locked and won't craft the prisms.
I did see that one too, but again, I just wasn't going to mess with it. I'm going to let somebody else work with that one. Okay, so for this one, for the star, for this,
Lex Unam says,
we're looking
do
at
as you
this.
Want.
Okay. That pattern is created correctly now. Runic star altar. What? Oh, because we need the infused one. There's the infused one. And then what else did we need for that? What else was left for the star on that recipe? I think it's just the lens of the killer. We need that automated, but that's pretty close. So we can throw those two right back in there. And then I think we're basically good. I'll probably get on and mess around a little bit. And if we don't have the mobs set up for like grinding or anything like that, I can get those set up and then we're basically done. But I'm going to call it there. What a great stream. I think that's going to cap off the whole All the Mods 10 community playthrough. I had a blast. That was so much fun. Thank you to everybody who joined and played. We kind of killed it, low key. Like, we kind of did a really good job on this one. But I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go chill. And then tomorrow we're going to be back on the To the Sky playthrough. I'm trying to get a bat to spawn for mob swap. Nice. Go for it. But that's my day. Y'all have a good night. Thank you guys so much. And again, thank you guys all so much for the crazy generosity. You guys are ridiculous and I don't understand it, but I appreciate you guys so much. I'm excited for the video going up on Saturday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah. Bye.